Hey guys, so this is the first time I'm getting to talk to you guys here on YouTube. Hopefully you are able to access this well. If you cannot, please send me a message and let me know. Last time I saw you guys, we had just finished working with our vocabulary for this chapter. That vocab is sports and entertainment. Keep that vocab list somewhere safe. If you do not have it, you've lost it, something's happened to it, shoot me a message so I can upload you a new one. But it's really important that you keep that vocab list somewhere that you can access it because we are going to need it moving forward. So today is our first grammar lesson with this chapter. Today we're going to talk about IR verbs in El Preterito. Alright, so let's talk about some basic rules. First thing, if you have the guided notes and you have a printer, feel free to print these out and then just fill in the blanks kind of like we would in a normal classroom, so that way you're saving your hands a little bit. If you don't, and you've got a piece of notebook paper, get that out. Write this stuff down. This is important. I'm also going to upload the PowerPoint slides onto Edmodo as well for you to access, but use these resources to help you guys because you are going to have assignments moving forward on this lesson. All right, another thing before I do get started, during this, if you need to pause at any time to continue writing, feel free to pause it. I'm going to move at like a kind of quicker speed just so that way this video doesn't get super long. But if you need to pause as you write or rewind or whatever it may be, feel free to do that so I can move forward and not have to pause every single time myself and make this video super long. All right, so let's look at this. Some rules. In the preterite tense, IR verbs like preferir, pedir, and dormir also have stem changes. These stem changes only occur in the el, usted, and eos, ustedes form. So that is the very, very bottom of our chart. And that's to make it easier to remember. If we can just remember that everything's going to stay normal in the top parts of our conjugation charts, and that we're only focused on the very bottom part of our chart, that will hopefully make this a little easier for us. I would star that if you can. The stem changes are E to I and O to U. So thankfully there's only two types of stem changes we have to worry about and that we're focused on this time, E to I and O to U. All right, let's look at the first one. The first one is preferir. Preferir means to prefer. Make sure you remember where your accents are going. They're going on the yo form and the el, usted form. So we have yo preferi. Tu preferiste, everything is normal, everything has stayed the same so far, but here comes our first stem change because we're in the el, usted form, and that is the first part of the bottom of our conjugation chart. El, is going to be prefirio. You can see that E has become an I in el, prefirio. Nosotros preferimos, and ellos prefirieron. There's our second stem change, prefirieron, in the ellos form. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one is pedir. Where is it? There it is, pedir. Pedir is to order. Pedir, the yo form, pedi, tu form, pedice, everything's normal so far, but here comes our first stem change, el, pidio, pidio. Nosotros goes back to normal, pedimos, and ellos pidieron. Dormir means to sleep. Here is our first O to U O to U stem change, O to U. The first two were E to I, this one is O to U. So yo dormi, tu dormiste, that O is still there, but here comes the el, where the U is now replacing the O. So el, dormio. Nosotros, the O is back to normal, dormimos, and ellos, durmieron, durmieron with the U. All right. So now that we have those three main conjugations down, I want you to, if you are writing on the guided notes to complete this section, put pause on me on the YouTube video, practice on your own. If you're doing a scrap piece of paper or a piece of notebook paper, number your paper 1 through 7, practice, write down these answers, pause me on the video, and once you have confidently filled out 1 through 7, hit play again and see if your answers match. Your answers should be number 1, pedimos, 2, dormio, 3, prefirio, 4, pidieron, 5, preferi, 6, dormieron, and 7, pediste. All right, once you are confident that you got 1 through 7 correct, hopefully you didn't cheat or do anything crazy, we are going to move forward. Unfortunately, if you're doing this on a piece of notebook paper, your hands might hurt. You might have to take a few breaks in between, shake out your hands, do what you gotta do because there's a little bit of writing coming forward. If you've got the guided notes and you printed those out, you might be the lucky duck on this today. All right, so these are more verbs that stem change. We need this list, and this is important that we get this copied down. We have reír is e to I. We have other verbs like preferir, these are e to I, divertirse, mentir, sentirse, and you'll see that I gave you guys the meaning of these verbs as well. Write down what these verbs mean, because the assignments that we get moving on from here, you're going to need to know what these verbs mean when you're translating sentences and things like that. Verbs like pedir, competir, repetir, seguir, servir. Verbs like dormir would be morir, and verbs like reír, sonreír. All right, hit pause if you need to as you write, but I'm going to move forward. Pause me on the video if you need to continue writing. Do what you need to do. But moving forward, I'm just going to move to the next slide and show you divertirse. Make sure you write down these 5 conjugations. Write down what divertirse means. Hit pause. Write it down, hit play again once you've gotten it written down. I'm going to move forward. Morir, morir means to die. Make sure you're getting the accents where they go. Pause me when you need to. Hit play once you've written down morir. Competir, competir means to compete. Do the same thing. Pause when you need to. Hit play once you've written these down. Sentirse is to feel. Sentirse is to feel. Make sure you write down those pronouns. Me senti, te sentiste, se sintió. Sentirse has that se on the end of it, so we need to write down these pronouns as well. Nos sentimos and se sintieron. Write those down for me. Pause if you need to. Hit play when you're ready. Repetir. Make sure with repetir, it has 2 E's in it. Repetir has 2 E's. It is always, 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 if you don't remember this from Spanish too, it's always the second E that you stem change. It's always the second E. Repitio and repitieron. Please don't stem change the first one. Servir. I told y'all there was a lot of writing today. Sorry. Servir means to serve. Serví. Serviste, sirvió, servimos, sirvieron. Sonreír, to smile. And reír is just like this, so we didn't copy down reír's conjugations. Reír is just like this. All you do is you would chop off the S-O-N, and then you have reír. So you have reír, sonreír, to laugh and to smile. They both somewhat have the same conjugations, just sonreír has son in front of it. Chop that off, and then you have reír. All right, that was the last verb that you had to copy down, and I have only one more thing I need you to write for me. Go ahead on your guided piece of paper or on your notes that you're writing down on a piece of notebook paper, copy or number your paper 1 through 6 one more time. Translate or conjugate these verbs for me. Practice 1 through 6. Hit pause on me so that you can do this practice. Hit pause. Answer these 6 questions. Hit play when you're ready. And check your answers. There's your answers. Mi madre sonrió. El equipo compitió. Los jugadores murieron. The players died. That's kind of morbid. Sorry. Maria mintió. Sofia se sintió. And ellos repitieron. All right, guys, if you have any questions about any of this, shoot me a message on Edmodo or on Remind. Promise I'll respond as quick as possible. And this is how we're going to move forward with PowerPoints and things like that. Of course, I'll upload the PowerPoint itself, the guided notes if there are any, or I will tell you if you need to write this on a piece of notebook paper. But use this YouTube, me explaining, to help you as we move forward, because there are going to be assignments and things like that that go along with these lessons. All right, thank you guys.